Graceland was never just a house. It was the one place where Elvis Presley could shut the door on the noise, the pressure, and a world that never stopped watching him. To fans, it looked like a frozen monument, preserved perfectly in time. But to the people who knew Elvis best, Graceland was alive, personal, and deeply human. And long after his death, when doors were finally opened and private spaces were revisited, what was discovered inside revealed a side of Elvis few ever truly understood. Elvis bought Graceland in 1957 when he was just 22 years old, fresh off the explosion of fame that changed music forever. He did not buy it as a trophy or a symbol of success, he bought it as a place to feel grounded. He moved in with his parents and lived there for the next 20 years until his death in 1977. Over time, the house expanded to more than 17,000 square feet, with 23 rooms, multiple staircases, and spaces that reflected every phase of his life. Yet, despite its size, Graceland never felt distant. It was messy, warm, loud, and full of life. Animals wandered the property, music echoed through the halls, and the house constantly evolved with Elvis himself. The Jungle Room became both a retreat and a recording studio, where some of his final songs were created. The basement reflected his habits, from watching 3 television networks at once to surrounding himself with familiar comforts. Even the kitchen told a story, always fully stocked, always ready, because comfort for Elvis was not optional, it was necessary. After Elvis passed away, Graceland slowly transformed from a private home into a public landmark. Millions have walked through its rooms, yet some of its most meaningful secrets were never meant to be on display. One of those secrets was discovered years later, not through renovation or excavation, but by accident. Angie Marchesi, Graceland's vice president of archives, spent years caring for Elvis's private upstairs rooms, spaces that remain closed to the public and untouched by time. Despite constant attention, one small detail was missed. During a private visit, Lisa Marie Presley took actor Austin Butler into her father's bedroom. She reached under the bed and pulled out a simple pair of blue slippers. No one knew they were there. No one had ever looked. Later, those same slippers were found exactly where Lisa had known they would be, hidden in plain sight. The image was powerful, Elvis stepping out of bed, sliding his feet into them without thinking. Not a legend, not an icon, just a man beginning his day. That discovery shook the people closest to Graceland because it reminded them that even in a house turned into a museum, traces of the real Elvis still remain. Other personal items tell the same story. A worn comb, an expired credit card, a small black box Elvis carried everywhere. These objects matter not because of their value, but because of their ordinariness. They belong to a man, not a myth. Graceland is open most days of the year, visited by hundreds of thousands, but its most powerful moments are quiet ones. Slippers under a bed, a comb in a box, memories that refuse to disappear. It proves that Graceland is not just a shrine to fame, it is a place where Elvis Presley still feels present, in ways no spotlight could ever capture. If stories like this help you see legends as real people with real lives, make sure you support more content like this. Subscribe to Hollywood Bulletin, like the video, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next story that history tried to hide.